And so the Lord in all his mercy said to us, Believers, these sinners are so unworthy, but won't you educate them? Won't you grant them these grueling responsibilities so that those with the strongest work ethic may atone?
Psst. Red, do you think they'd notice if we ditched today's sermon? Hey, you good?
The clock is ticking, and we haven't gotten any closer to uncovering the book.
What about Heaven's Edge?
What?
Green mentioned it yesterday. Said I'd find what I seek there or something.
Are you stupid?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, but we don't have many other options, right? Why not check it out?
Because it sounds like a trap?
You don't have to stay that long. We can just scope out the place and bail as soon as things get hairy.
No, I don't know, White.
Trust me. My gut's telling me this is the right move.
Why are you making me listen to your gross-ass gut?
It's what told me I should partner up with you. Was it wrong?
No fighting green?
No fighting green.
Fine.
Really?
But if we die, I will kill you.
Fair enough.
You're back.
Don't act so happy to see me.
Let's see here. Well, look at that. You're new. You've earned yourself a heavenly delight. One moment while I check on Mr. Please take a seat, sir. Mr. Mikey asked that he not be disturbed from his nap.
Oh, for real, Gabby? You're really gonna let him sleep on the job while you toil away at your desk? Come on. What if I wake him up very, very gently?
Gently?
Yeah, like he's a newborn child. Mikey! I'm still alive.
Ah, damn it, kid! I wish you weren't!
Come on, you don't really mean that.
I guess I don't. Congrats on making it past the hurdle. For your reward, another Hanging Gardens mission.
Actually, I was hoping you could assign me somewhere more, off the beaten path. Maybe something like...
Heaven's Edge? Are you insane? No, absolutely not. Forget about it.
But you let me go to the old city.
That was different. Not even Green gets full reign of this place. Believers rules. I gotta follow them.
Oh, like you care what the believers think.
What do you want to go there for anyway? There's nothing a neon would want there. You're looking for the book, aren't you?
You know about it?
Of course I do. I wasn't born yesterday.
So then, you also know this whole competition is a sham?
Still doesn't change my mind. You think you're the first neon to think about gaming the system?
You said I was different from the other neons.
I said I thought you might win.
Well, I'm not interested in winning on the believers' terms.
Can't you just be content with the lot you've been given? So what if it's hogwash? You get 10 days to muck about and see all your dead jerk friends. It ain't that bad.
I know you don't seriously believe that.
If they find out what you're doing, they won't just blow you into smithereens. You won't get to participate in the days of judgment ever again. No more busting into my office for the rest of eternity. You realize that?
Mikey, please. I have to at least try.
You know what? Fine. If that's what you want, go ahead and die. It don't matter. I don't care what the hell you do anymore.
Mikey?
Get out of my office.
Oh, man.
Now!
Welcome to the Heavenly... Would you like to redeem a ticket?
Here's my...
Splendid. Keep it up! Wonderful! listen to me.
I didn't think a place like this existed in heaven. It's, weirdly modern.
And also unfinished? Who's in charge of building this place?
Is that... green?
What? Where?
Sorry. I must be seeing things. I'm kind of having a rough one.
Getting cold feet?
Nothing like that. Just still processing my crummy past. I also may have had a little fight with Mikey.
Oh, did the cartoon cat make you mad?
And now a pretty girl is patronizing me. Can this day get any worse?
Sorry. Joking aside, if you've got things weighing heavily on you, it's gonna be tough to trudge forward. So, why don't we do something to lift your spirits?
Seriously?
Sure. Something that'll get your heart racing.
Oh, like what?
I think I know just the thing.
Whoa, okay. You want to do this here? Now?
The Dominion Soul card.
Oh, yeah, that.
This bad boy's all yours. If you can catch me.
You're on. Yeah. Another one down. Didn't even break a sweat. Another one down. Cleared it.
You're not running out of steam, are you?
No way. I'm just getting started.
Oh!
Ha! Now hand it over if you know what's good for you.
Okay, okay. Get off me. The card is yours.
Yes!
So, would you say my attempts at uplifting you were a success?
My heart is practically beating out of my chest.
That's unsurprising. I've always had that effect on you.
Oh? Care to elaborate?
Nah.
You're so mean. Leaving me hanging like this.
No, hush. You like me the most when I'm mean.
Maybe you could show me what it's like when you're nice. You know, so I can compare notes.
I don't know. It might be too much for you to handle.
Try me.
Wait, what's that floating thing?
What?
Look, do you see it?
Probably just some heavenly litter. Not worth interrupting this moment any further.
I don't think glitter glows like this. It's also weirdly warm to the touch. Feel it, White.
Oh. Huh. You're actually right. It is pretty warm. What's with all these names written on it?
Not sure, but I think it's worth investigating. It floated over from that direction. Let's go check it out.
Damn it. It's this close. No scoped it. Didn't even break a sweat. First try, too. What's next? They should try making some hard ones. Wow. The moon looks so huge here. Like I could just reach out and... What is this? A screen?
I don't understand. Is this whole sky fake?
You got that right, sister.
Mikey?
Heaven was never meant to be like this, you know? It used to be a featureless waiting room for the dead. Till the believers showed up.
What are you doing here?
To tell you the truth, you bonehead, you can't go around playing hero if you don't know jack about crap, can you?
I could have had the truth this morning, you stupid furball.
Well, I didn't feel like telling you that.
For the love of God, please just tell us what's going on.
Well, since you asked so nicely, ahem. Back in the day, God spent the 10 days of judgment writing the names of the dead into either the book of life or the book of death. Those who sought forgiveness from those they'd wronged and extended forgiveness to those who'd wronged them were written in the book of life and granted an eternity of peace. The rest of the crumb bums would go into the book of death. Some of the dead were so disappointed by this afterlife business that they waged war on God. Bent on turning heaven into the bougie paradise they felt they were entitled to. The winners of that war are now known as the Believers.
So they are a bunch of fakes.
But then what happened to God?
Who can say? Haven't seen the big guy since it all went down, but I wouldn't proclaim him dead. We angels still feel his presence from time to time. As weird as it is to say, I've most recently felt him in you, White.
Okay, that makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Regardless, God's presence is always felt strongest during the 10 days of judgment. I'm certain it's what's attracting all these demons. Poor souls that were written in the Book of Death wander into this tainted heaven and become monsters as they cross over. They've always gotten in the way of the Believers' plans to rebuild this place.
That's why they brought Green here, right?
Yes, ma'am. They plucked the strongest spirit they could find to do their dirty work. But even Green can't take on the excess of demons that crop up during the
I assume that's where the rest of us neons come in.
Bingo! They need all the help they can get. And hey, if they find someone tougher than Green, out he goes like yesterday's garbage.
But what about the Book of Life? Do you know anything about where it could be?
You think I'd be working this job if I did? After the Believers stole the Book of Death, God hid the Book of Life somewhere they'd never find. A little too well, to be honest. But if anything will spark that old codger's return, it's gotta be the reunion of those two books.
So it's all as I suspected. I was right. And also a genius. But we still aren't any closer to our goals.
Wait, what about that piece of paper? With all the names?
Holy smokes! Are you kidding me here? This is literally a page from the Book of Life! How the heck did you get your mitts on this?
We found it just floating around, though it was glowing a lot brighter earlier.
It'll glow brighter the closer it gets to its power source. Meaning, this scrap could guide you straight to the Book of Life.
That's incredible. We might actually be able to end this game.
Guess we better get hunting then.
Careful now, Trip. The missing Book of Life is the only thing keeping the Believers from gaining the full spectrum of God's power. If you let this page fall into the wrong hands, it's game over.
We'll protect it with our lives. Our afterlives, rather.
Thank you, Mikey. You've helped more than you can know.
Yeah, don't mention it.
What was that?
A rat. Not bad for a dead guy, huh?